everyone. I'm Alpin Hong. It is a privilege to be here on behalf of Franklin Pond Chamber Music. This is intended to be the first of a series of alumni interviews that I will be conducting over the next couple of months. Our first interviewee today is the immensely talented Liam McBane. Thank you so much for being here, Liam. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you and Franklin Pond very much for giving me the opportunity to share my experience.
Excellent. Can you give me a little background of where you are, what year you are in school?
Of course, yeah. I am a music industry, Bachelor of Music, student at Middle Tennessee State University, which is in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. I am a junior there at MTSU, and I also have minors in, or a minor in business administration. And so I'm hoping to graduate in May 2022.
Wow, that's amazing. Now, of course, as an alumnus of Franklin Pond Chamber Music, you were an instrumentalist growing up, and this is a very, very kind of unique major that you've chosen to take on. Can you illuminate just a little bit for us why you chose such a, specific and interesting major?
So growing up, I was a multi-instrumentalist. I played piano and violin from a young age. And I loved the music, but I knew with a father who was a professional viola player that music is a hard living as a musician. And so I always had this trepidation. But when I got towards high school, I realized that there's a management side behind music as well. And I became very interested specifically in orchestra administration. So as I was searching for where to go to school, I discovered that MTSU had a program which is part professional music degree. It's a full Bachelor of Music. So I get to perform, I get to work with musicians, but it also has this flexibility to study something else. And so that's why I'm doing the business administration, to hopefully have both the musical insight and also some business skills to be successful in orchestra management. I really became aware of it because my father, playing with the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra, at one point they had some negotiation issues with management as they were doing their collective bargaining agreement. And all of a sudden that summer when I believe they were locked out for a couple weeks, and I realized, oh, it's not just the musicians coming, there's this whole other side. And so that got me first aware of it. And then I began asking my dad more about it and learned that there's marketing and operations and development and all these different departments that each have a very crucial role in allowing those musicians to give their product to an audience. And so I decided that I was really interested in pursuing the behind the scenes stuff that makes it possible for audiences to enjoy really great music.
Amazing. Can I ask you, say you graduate out and next year as a senior, what would be the dream job that could fall into your lap that you could just be like, yes? What is the goal?
I anticipate it will take a couple positions to work up to here, but I'd eventually love to be something like the general manager of one of the major American orchestras. So you think about the best orchestras in the country, places like Chicago, Cleveland, Los Angeles, Philadelphia. I would love to be a manager there and to help both musicians and audience get the best out of the talent that's in their city.
But you did tell me that you didn't necessarily have the appreciation that you do now for it until something had happened in your life. Can you describe that event in your life, or that what happened that sparked that joy, that sparked the appreciation, that inspired you to want to learn more? Because that is kind of the thing that general managers are trying to do, we performers are trying to do, teachers are trying to do. So what was that event for you in your life?
What's interesting is I don't have this story about this moment that it all clicked and I just loved music. My story is that it took a long time. I was listening for several years to my father's very extensive recording collection. And it was a slow process. Over time, I began to hear different things in that music, and it was the law and exposure that finally led to me really understanding the music and feeling like I was getting something out of it other than just some sound, but some value for my experience of life. I was able to go to a lot of symphonic performances, often every 2 or 3 weeks during a couple years of my life. And so the digital got me the exposure to the actual music, and then going live got me the exposure to the sound, I guess.
Now, Liam, I wanted to ask you about how your experience at Franklin Pond Chamber Music shaped your life, shaped your artistry, and that you believe might shape your future career.
So Franklin Pond, has the benefits of any group music program. You get to create a beautiful piece of art, you get to meet new people, you get to exercise your mind in different ways. But what's great about Franklin Pond is that it's focused on chamber music. And chamber music is a uniquely collaborative form of music. In solo repertoire, you don't have multiple viewpoints to synthesize. You're in charge of everything. In orchestral playing, you have these multiple viewpoints, but you have a conductor, a maestro, who's telling you how to synthesize them. But in chamber music, you not only have multiple viewpoints, but you have to work together to reconcile those and to create a better product. And that's a uniquely human thing. I think that's why we have society, to take different opinions, different attitudes, different skills, put them together and make the whole result better. And so chamber music and Franklin Pond giving me the opportunity to do that at a younger age developed not only useful life skills, but developed an enjoyment of other people and learning how to work with people for the best. The other way Franklin Pond was a really valuable experience is it was just a lot of exposure to really great music. I was around many students who were far better players than me, and I was learning in coachings and master classes from elite musicians of the Atlanta Symphony. And so being around other musicians teaches you about yourself and teaches you how to, teaches you musicianship, where musicianship isn't just playing better, but musicianship is appreciating the music and getting something out of it, which is an immensely valuable life skill, whether or not you're planning to be a professional musician.
If you could say one thing to the current students or incoming students at Franklin Pond Chamber Music, what would you say to them?
Seize the opportunity. The world is full of opportunities and is full of people who want to help you, but don't know how or don't know you yet. And so keep doing things like Franklin Pond. Look into, as you consider colleges, as you consider other opportunities, just ask questions. Ask people what they're about, what their vision is, and find out all the opportunities that exist for you. And that's been a huge piece of advice that I've taken that has really enriched my college experience, to be able to find all the things my university offers that I didn't know on day one, that I only found because I asked people about it.
Well, thank you so much, Liam. You've been an amazing guest today. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today, Liam. Thank you so much. This has been Alpin Hong on behalf of Franklin Pond Chamber Music. Take care and stay healthy.